Hello everyone and welcome in. Today is Tuesday, August 1st, and I'll be doing your single card pull about what messages are trying to come through for you. Messages from God, the divine, spirit. As a reminder, tonight is the Sturgeon full moon in Aquarius, and this is the first of the two full moons in August. There's another one at the end of the month, and it is also a supermoon. So that's where it appears larger and brighter than normal. So if you use crystals, this is the night to set them out in the moonlight. That way it'll kind of help cleanse them, kind of get rid of all that negative energy and get them recharged for you. So let's jump in. Let's start today with our earth signs. So that's going to be our Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and let's see what messages are coming through for you. All right, first card here, the Devil. So this is that energy of temptation and distraction, things that are trying to push you off of your path and off of your journey. So it could be addictions of any sort, whether you're, a work addict, whether it's drugs or alcohol, shopping, gambling, certain people, certain energies, but it's what's trying to pull you off your path in the 3D. So be mindful of that energy as the day is unfolding. Your message from Gaia is Enchanted Forest, Mystery, Magic, Excitement. So there could be some mysterious things coming, but be mindful of that devil energy. Make sure that what is coming in is not something that's going to be throwing you off your path and pulling you in the wrong direction. All right, let's take a look at your moon card, see what comes up for you for that. Adjustments are required. This is the third quarter moon. So adjustments are required. And maybe it's something where you realize that you are being pulled down this path and you need to make some adjustments to make sure that you're staying true to what it is that you want to accomplish. And sometimes, even if it's just a smaller temptation or a smaller, call it devil energy, might be pulling you a little bit off course. So maybe it's just a slight adjustment to get you back onto your path. Let's take a look at your romance card. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So it looks like maybe there's been a little bit of a hiccup or a rough spell, and you kind of just need to retreat. If you're in a relationship, maybe you just need to pull back with that person, like pull back together and just kind of take a little bit of time for yourselves and, make some adjustments to your everyday life. Sometimes it's easy to get pulled into, and maybe the devil energy is you're getting sucked into work too much and you just need to make some adjustments to get everything back on track. Make sure your priorities are in alignment with your actions. So that was for our earth signs. Let's go on to our water signs next. So that's going to be our Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And let's see what message is trying to come through for you for today. The sun. And so remember our sun energy, that's that joy and optimism and kind of happiness and fulfillment. So it looks like it's a good, positive day for you. A lot of abundance and just feeling like you're in a really good spot. So let's see what Gaia message is coming through for you for today. The search. Feeling lost, confused, and lonely. So sometimes when you're feeling lost, you need to look for that light, depending on what your situation is. And remember, take only what resonates. But if you are feeling lost, maybe you're being drawn to the light. Maybe there's somebody else in your life that is this energy, that is that sun, that joy, that happiness, that optimism, and you're being pulled towards it. So even in these two cards, when we look at it, up above her head, you can see the sun is behind her. And actually it is kind of funny or I guess it's above her head a little bit. And then the sun's behind her as well. So really having that faith in the divine, faith in spirit, to let yourself be drawn towards the light. And that'll help with that feeling of being lost or lonely or kind of confused. So it's a great time to meditate and try to find that clarity. All right, let's take a look at our moon card. A time to give rather than to take. So if you're kind of feeling, well, especially lonely, and there's, I guess, a difference in feeling lonely, like, oh, there's nobody else to talk to, or just kind of feeling like you're out in that quietness by yourself. But really looking at maybe how do you give back? A lot of times you can find a lot of joy in giving back and helping somebody else, and maybe that'll kind of help you figure out your figure out your path if you're feeling lost. Let's take a look at your romance card. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. With the Lionsgate portal being open right now, so we are in that energy right now, manifesting is already amplified. It's going to peak on August 8th. So if you are in a situation, maybe you're feeling lonely because you're not in a relationship, or you're not feeling fulfilled, and you're trying to call in something better, now is the right time to work on your manifesting. And some of that is a matter of, if you're just trying to call in somebody to fix you and make you feel better, that probably is not going to get all the results that you're wanting to. Some of it with manifesting is really about manifesting from a place of gratitude and showing the universe and your world around you that higher energy, and you'll attract in that same higher energy. So the whole expression of, misery loves company, you don't want to be trying to manifest from this position of lack. So if you can put yourself into more of this giving type of position before you try to call in your soulmate, and really embody this sun energy, which is that happy, positive, joyful, optimistic type of energy, I think you'll see much better results. You'll feel much better about your manifesting if you're doing it from a place of abundance and happiness. So that's what was coming in for water signs. For our air signs, which is our Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, let's see what message is coming through for you for today. The moon. So the flip side of that sun energy, that moon energy is about kind of some trickery, deception, illusions. It's what's happening in the light of the moon, what's happening under the cover of darkness. And whether that is the energy that you're standing in, or whether that's the energy that's coming towards you, is that energy of deception. Some of it could also be a matter of your not being honest with yourself. Maybe you're saying, oh, this is what I want, but is it really what you want, or is it just that you're telling yourself you want that? So this is also kind of that be careful what you wish for. So if you've been really trying to manifest something, think about, is that really what you want? And don't just keep going down that path because you've been going down that path. Ganesha, clearing away obstacles, protection and guidance. And as you start to think about, is this really what I want? Make sure that you're looking at, okay, so what are the obstacles? I was watching some other videos on manifesting, and one of the points that they made is, if you're trying to, say manifest $1 million, the universe probably won't give you $1 million right away, because they're, it's kind of looking to see what you're going to do with what you have. So if you are trying to manifest abundance, and you have it in your head that you want to manifest $1 million, if the universe gives you $1,000, what do you do with it? From that movie Hot Shots, or maybe it was Hot Shots Part 2 or Part 2, when he's like, oh, it's not much, it's $5,000, and she's like, oh great, then I can take this $5,000 and blow it all on hats. So kind of that whole thing of, if the universe gives you something, if you are rewarded with a smaller amount, what are you doing with it? Are you showing that you can handle the smaller amounts before the universe gives you some big gigantic something? And it's like that with anything. If you're trying to manifest whatever, if you start to get small signs of it, for one, don't get discouraged, take it as a test. The universe is saying, yes, we want to bring in that which you're manifesting, but we want to see how you handle what is being given to you. Okay. Your moon card. Work through your fears. This is new moon in Scorpio. And the fears could be some of those obstacles that maybe you're trying to bring something in, but you're afraid, like, oh, but what if I do and it doesn't work out? Then, you're almost kind of hindering yourself before you even get started. So really look at what are you afraid of, and try to overcome that, so that when you're thinking about manifesting, this is what I want. I deserve this. I'm loved. I'm supported by the universe, and this is the direction I want to go. All right. Your romance card, passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So that is your romance card, air signs. And it could be a thing where maybe you're trying to manifest in a life partner, a love situation. But there's some, I'll call it cloudy thoughts or negative thoughts that are either interfering with you being able to manifest it, or being mindful of the fact that that's the energy that's surrounding you. So, you need to work on clearing that out before manifesting that happy chapter. So, all right. Last but not least, let's take a look at our fire signs and see what message is coming through for you for today. All right. And so our fire signs, that's our Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And let's see what's coming through. Judgment. And we've looked at this one before, that, this is kind of when you're starting to get towards the end of a cycle. And that's going to be where divine judgment is coming in. And it's right before the completion of a cycle. So it's kind of, this is the evaluation of, did you learn, the lesson that you were supposed to learn? And if so, then that lesson is done. Otherwise, if you didn't, there's going to be another round of it from the universe. It might look a little bit different, but especially like when people say, oh my gosh, I always fall for the, this type of person, whatever it is. Oh, I always fall for emotionally unavailable people. Well, if that's the case, then what lesson are you learning from each of those relationships to keep you from doing that again? And if you haven't quite learned that lesson, probably the next person that you meet that you end up in a relationship with will probably also be emotionally unavailable. So it's kind of, this is that period of evaluation of, did I learn what I was supposed to learn this cycle, or am I going to loop again? So message from Gaia, the Temptress, seduction, deceit, a broken promise. I feel like this card came through for our fire signs a few days ago. I'll have to go back and look, but I'm trying to remember if Judgment and the Temptress both came through before. So remember, with the Temptress, that could either be that somebody else is tempting you, or that you are in that energy of the Temptress. So that's that's seduction and deceit and broken promises. So if you're in a place where you've been breaking promises, well, why are you doing it? And sometimes I'm doing it because I don't want to hurt the person's feelings. Okay, well, why does your truth not align with what would keep that relationship in a happy state? So if you're in a situation, regardless of who it's with or how it's structured, in a situation where your truth pulls that relationship, business, personal, romantic, pulls it out of harmony, then you need to look at, is that relationship the right place for you? If you standing in your truth creates disharmony, then what needs to change? Either your truth needs to change, or the disharmony needs to change, or maybe a little bit of both. But let's take a look at the moon card. Oh, that was too long, so let me shuffle again and I'll pull one. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. And Gemini is kind of that communication type of energy. So the answers you need in terms of if this is that kind of line of you're getting to a point where a cycle is coming to an end, and you're waiting for divine judgment to see whether you've kind of passed that test. The answer is coming. Are you going to keep looping, or are you going to move on to the next lesson in life? Your romance card, reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. That could be recent past. That could be past lives. That could be, a situation with reconciliation. Maybe you've had a rough spell or falling out, or had some distance between you and your partner, and you're getting back on track. And maybe this is based on this temptress energy, whether that's true third party energy, or maybe the temptress part, maybe some of that energy is, oh, you've been spending too much time at work, you've been spending too much time with your friends, or hiding out, or whatever, that's caused a little bit of a rift. But it looks like there's a reconciliation that is coming for you. So that's, and it looks like the answers are coming soon. So that is our reading for today. Hopefully you found this information to be helpful. And I also did post the individual sign readings over the weekend, so check those out if you haven't had a chance to do that. And I will be back again tomorrow to do the regular daily oracle pull, and some other new videos will be coming in the next week or so as well. So in the meantime, I wish you peace and joy along your journey, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.